Happy day, happy afternoon. You're listening to Breath Play Happy Hour. Our intention is for you to practice how to learn and practice how the breath can guide you to wake up, let go, and shift your success and happiness in life, business, and in sports. I'm your host, Roberto Suarez, better known as the Happy Coach. And before I introduce my beautiful guest today, we want to take like 3 deep breaths to relax us so we can get present and get going. And what we're going to do is we're going to inhale through the nose for like 3 seconds. And then we relax the exhale and we exhale through the mouth for 3 or 4 seconds. So are we ready? So here we go. First set. Let's inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax, let it go. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale, relax and let it go. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, relax, let it go. Just notice how you're feeling. And today we're going to transform our life by listening and learning from Cora, and I could never say her last name, but Verkuilen from the Netherlands is an international yoga and breathwork expert and teacher. She's a creator of the methods liquid yoga and liquid breath, and the owner and founder of Yogatrainer, the place for expanding awareness in Eindhoven. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Okay. So welcome to Breath Play Happy Hour, Cora. And, I met Cora in a training in Baja Biosan in Mexico, and I practice every day with her the yoga. And she's awesome, and I'm so glad that you're here today, and so we could talk about liquid breath and liquid yoga. But can you start by just, I guess, expanding more on your breath story? What is liquid yoga, and we can get going, and then I'm sure you'll have a practice for us so we can really get into it and experience it instead of just talking about it.
Yeah. Thank you. First of all, really a deep thank you to you, Roberto, for sharing your space and introducing me and inviting me into this podcast. I'm really excited about it, and I listen to your podcast also, so I love it to be part of it now. So thank you very much. And it was a great time. I think it was in 2019, huh? February 2019, when we met at the Baya dance retreat. And
Uh-huh.
I was there to assist him and to practice with you every day, liquid yoga. And maybe it's a good thing to tell you something about it, because liquid yoga is the dance between yoga and breathing. So
Mm-hmm.
I designed two methods the last years, and one is liquid yoga, and the other part is and the other method is liquid breath. Um, well, I've been a yoga practitioner since 1999, and I love to practice yoga. And the last years, what I realized was that there was one main part that I missed in most of the yoga practices, and that was original breathing, really a breath work part. We've got some breathing exercises, but what I tended to see is that many people just do a lot of postures, and that yoga has become like gymnastics and doing the most beautiful postures with your most beautiful clothes, and then make a beautiful selfie and hey, it's me practicing yoga. And I realized within that that to me yoga has been a path of life and shown me so much. And I was teaching. I I founded my yoga studio in the Netherlands, Yogatrainer. And in all these years that we've been practicing in the studio, the most important reason why I was practicing yoga and breathwork is for expanding awareness.
Mm.
Relaxing, because you can always relax more. But especially for my own expanding awareness journey as a soul searcher, traveling around the world, and always have just my mat with me, my breath, and my postures, and just feeling my body. And what I missed the last years was that yoga is a feeling practice to me, as breathwork is such a feeling practice. And I realized that, I have these two big loves, these two big passions for yoga and for the breath. Since 1999 for yoga, and the pranayama and everything was already involved over there.
Mm-hmm.
So before I met Dan in 2010, I thought I was a very good breather. Breathing a lot, and I knew a lot about it and everything about it until I met him on a retreat. And it was a Blue Butterfly retreat in Cape Town. And I was there. It was a tantric retreat, and it was also breath work. And we were over there in the room, everyone had arrived, and we were walking, just grounding and taking our space. And then we were there to meet each other and just to connect. And then I came in front of Dan, and we hadn't met yet. And then he, well, in a way asked me like, "And you are?" And I said, "Yeah, I am." And he said, "Yeah, you so are." And that was our first meeting.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was so funny. And we just laughed about it. And he started to breathe with us in a session. And I thought it was just a side play, like, oh yeah, we do some breath work. And I was totally blown away this first time that I thought like, oh my God, this is something the world should know. And these were literally my first words when I just came back after this mesmerizing session, and I said, oh wow, this was the deepest session, this deepest feeling, this so deep healing session that I want to know everything about it. And well, from that time on, I started traveling. Dan was a few weeks later in Paris, so I started to train with him in Paris. And then a few weeks later, we said to each other, well, do you want to come to the Netherlands? Yeah, that's cool. So then he started to come to us. I started to do my practitioner trainings with him. I assisted him in very many countries. And the breath was my new, my universal lover. It was like the sun, like, oh my God, this is so cool. And my studio, Yogatrainer, is a studio for yoga and breath work. So we had weekly breathwork classes, and we still have. And we had almost daily breathwork classes, and there was never in the Netherlands, there was not a single yoga studio that offered weekly or daily breathwork classes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So going on with this and developing the methods, liquid yoga just appeared because it's a dance between yoga and breathing. So it's the postures, just dancing, combining the breath, like, in a way, moving your breath and breathing your moves. So really incorporating this deep breathing, this really opening the body, expanding and releasing, letting go in a yoga practice.
That's awesome, because in my experience with yoga, right, uh, I was doing Tai Chi at the time, right? But all these beautiful girls were in the yoga class, so I decided to go to start doing some yoga. But it was like it was all physical. But then I started realizing, relaxing, and then when they started talking about, doing the breath, I started realizing that I didn't know how to breathe in Tai Chi. When I had to do certain forms, and then he just, my teacher said, go to the corner, just stand there in meditation, and just follow your breath, and do that for an hour. And that's when I realized that I was like hurting, so, and then when I met Dan I met you at the same time. I hadn't met him before, but I'm saying like in the class, the first time or the second lesson was about relaxation. And we talked about relaxation. And that's when I realized that, oh my God, the power of being able to relax and open up. And I had it was the first time, like the breath took me in a journey, on the second day. And it was like, oh my God. And it wasn't until I took my last breath when I thought I was finished that the energy just took over. And I go, oh my God. But so I loved your yoga classes and everything, because it was like, I don't know, it's like you go deeper into the breath. Like in yoga, the teachers always says, breathe, keep your breath going. Most people are just trying to get into their poses. They're not all of them. There are people that, that are really, do the breath pretty good, in yoga. But it's a whole different world when you really study it,
Yes, and I'm quite sure that in a few years this will be a new takeover of yoga in a way, like
Uh-huh.
because breathwork is also becoming so mainstream at the moment.
Yeah.
There are big waves of breathers. There are a lot of waves already for a very long time of yogis, and
Mm-hmm.
they are coming together. That's what I see more and more.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I also feel when I'm on yoga festivals. I've been there last years a few times. Well,
Mm-hmm.
not in the last years, but before. And then I've been practicing with 200 people or 150 people. And really, we take that wave of breath and then we start to move.
Yeah.
That's a totally different way of moving. And then what really happens is that the mind is, we just make it, you are the happy coach, so that when you're in your flow, when you're in your happiness state,
Mm-hmm.
then you are never in like a oh, my body doesn't do what I want to do, because we are in this playful energy.
Ah.
And that's where we arrive when we start to practice. It's being in yoga, liquid yoga
Yeah.
is being together in the state of yoga. And yoga is essentially a state where
Mm-hmm.
body, mind, and spirit are one. That's the state of yoga. We told it to be postures.
Yeah.
So I think that's an expanding awareness part, and that's where my drive came to introduce liquid yoga. And
Mm-hmm.
when I started to introduce liquid yoga, I started to heal so much deeper than just doing my practices, because I am the practice, I am the breath, and I am the movement.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not at all about the postures anymore. It's about the feeling practice of breathing and moving our bodies and breath. It's really cool.
Yes.
So if you like it, I can add for you and for the listeners a Zoom recording, so that
Mm-hmm.
people can just try it. Or maybe we can do it some other time live, that we say like, okay, let's try what liquid yoga should be. Let me know afterwards.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. But it's beautiful what you're saying. Like, translating that into like my Tai Chi, because I practiced Tai Chi for a long time. Like, it took me, I don't know how long to be able to feel the energy, like just sit there right now like this and just be able to experience the energy flow. It took me 5 years
Yes.
because I was so much in my head. And then the master, the top master in the world, basically said, let energy lead.
Yes.
So the thing is to connect to the energy. And he says, I don't move, it's the energy that's moving me. Right?
That's
So
it.
they're masters of being able to move energy,
Yes.
and but the energy is really moving them. But they so that's what basically what I'm hearing you saying, like instead of doing this exercise and then breathe, it's really the movement, the energy that is leading
Exactly.
the movement.
Yes. And first, we move our breath,
Yeah.
or we breathe our moves,
Mm-hmm.
and then the breath moves us.
Yes, both
And then
right.
our moves start to move us.
Yes.
So I have a lot of people who had a lot of injuries, don't have any injuries anymore because
Well,
they're not in that state of
that,
going somewhere, wanting to achieve new postures
mm,
within liquid yoga, wanting to go somewhere, but they really start to deepen their practice. And the most important thing for me to say is that there is no right or wrong.
right.
What I'm adding this practice to all these beautiful, I love to practice a vinyasa class. I love to practice a great ashtanga or a deep yin or a restorative class or a jivamukti or a gravity yoga class.
Mm-hmm.
But like Dan Brule is our teacher, and I always see him as like an inspirer of saying yes to all these different techniques.
Yes.
Some people say it's like a religion. Yoga is a religion because if you practice Kundalini yoga, that's the only style. And I think that yoga is that state. It's not a style, it's a
Mm-hmm.
state.
The state, yeah. So
And
that's
when we and what I realized is because I was very young. I was very young, Roberto, and a lot of people who start to practice yoga in the fitness schools or in the, I love it that it's over there. And most people are very young, masculine energy, doing, achieving, going somewhere, being successful, and especially all the people you have in your groups like peak performers, sports stars, performers, managers,
mm-hmm.
business people. We all are so used to be in the head, like talking heads, and going somewhere and achieving these goals. Well, this is a beautiful bridge to make to liquid breath because that's how I also designed liquid breath.
Mm-hmm.
I have been studying my breath work only with men. All my teachers were men. I started, of course, with my own yoga and breathwork teachers. I started to practice pranayama, and then I started to teach to work and study with Dan,
Mm-hmm.
which is still my biggest inspirer, and I think he will always be on the breathwork part. That was in 2010. Afterwards, I traveled a lot with, I traveled with Wim Hof, the
Mm-hmm.
Iceman.
Yeah.
And I met him, and we were the second group to climb a mountain in Poland.
Oh
I
my
had a
God.
workshop, and he said, "Come with me and play in Poland." And I said, "Oh, yeah, I'd love to." And at that time, in 2013, we were only with a group of 8 people, and he made a beautiful documentary around it, like
Wow.
Return to Heaven, it's called, about people searching for ways for natural medicine for illness and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And Wim Hof is a real big inspirer and a big, big game changer for breath work, for changing it into mainstream,
Yes.
as that is.
Mm-hmm.
And then I worked with Max Strom. I love his work too. It's very soft. I worked with biodynamic breathwork and trauma release with Jeetan Tonkov and many other teachers. But what I felt was, hey, these men, they helped me a lot with developing my own practice. But what I felt was that I was still doing a lot in my breath work. I was working, I was going somewhere, I was moving my breath. And I love it. And I think it's very, very, very important to do that. But you know the sign like yin and yang, huh? Like
Mm-hmm.
this white part with the black dot and this black part with the white dot.
Yes.
And I think, Roberto, that most of the people are like 80% in their yang masculine energy and only 20% in their yin energy.
Mm.
What I realized was that when I started to practice liquid yoga, it's a yin yang practice in the energy, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But in a way, it's like balancing your yin and yang. But liquid breath is really, as the long version is, we have the gift and the shift. These are the two versions of liquid breath. I'll tell you later about it.
Mm-hmm.
But the long version, the gift, is really a soft, feminine breathwork session.
Mm-hmm.
And in feminine, I only mean it as, not that it's only for women, of course, but it's receiving. It's a receiving breath. It's the
Mm.
sister of the Wim Hof method, I
I was
always
going to
say.
say that. I'd read that about. That's
Yes,
so cool.
but it's because, you know, it's very intense. It's a big transformational essence within it.
Mm-hmm.
But where in Wim Hof, we just pump up the breath, we hold it, and then we release the body, but really in this intensity. In liquid breath, we don't do anything. We just open up to the breath, and I'm going to practice with you the gift.
Right.
So that was the session that first came to me. And the gift is 45 minutes, but we'll make it a little shorter maybe, because
Okay.
we also do it as a sneak preview, as an introduction without music, just to have your listeners giving a slight idea of what is happening over there.
Yeah.
But the gift, the name of the gift was given to me as it is a gift to all of us, but also because the G is for the grounding. It's the steps behind each other we're taking.
Mm.
So first we do a grounding. We do a horse stance together to really deeply ground into our practice. And as we are grounded, you know, the feeling of sometimes having the biggest breathwork session and having like a natural high, getting high in your own supply. Woo, this was so cool. I know them very well, but most of the time it's also gone very fast.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're really grounding first, then I take this very high energy, this frequency breath, like gamma breathing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a high frequency breath, but we really take it into the body, and then we bring it into the layers of our body and into all our energy fields, and it stays with us. So it doesn't just disappear after the session. So you're grounding and taking each time when you take a liquid breath session, you take a layer of, well, just raising your vibration is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So the G for grounding. The I is for intention. We set intentions for our session. You breathe for something. You know, sometimes you breathe for relaxation or for a healing or for freedom. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, the first thing that comes to you is the thing that you breathe for. Most of the time, it's just a word. I will guide it and just feel what's happening. You don't have to take an intention. If your intention is, I just open up to what this practice is calling upon me, is also great. And then we have the F, which is the freedom breathings. And in the freedom breathings, we're taking 5 steps on the breathing journey where we are going to open up our body through breathing. And I'm just walking you through it. I can tell it a little bit, but it's in a way a pity because it's also like a little bit a mystical journey we take together. It's the secret of diving into yourself deeper and deeper without even acknowledging it. Like, it's not a journey that you have to do, it's really a diving deeper into yourself. And then at the end of the freedom breathings, we arrive in the trance state,
Mm.
which is this transformational state where your frequency is very high, where you're in this highly inspirational energy, where you are in the oneness in the field. You say, like, it's not a form, it's a field, and I love to meet you there, as Rumi said. So we are in the field and we end in the field together. And yeah,
Yeah,
that's liquid
that
breath, the
that
long version.
that's definitely a gift. What you're talking about. So if you're listening, we're gonna do a little practice, right? So people that are listening, you can always go to a Happy Coach, YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see this podcast, like also, live, and you can see the whole practice, with Cora. So when you're ready, if there's no more explanation, we can start, if you
Yes,
want.
there's only just one thing that I want
Yeah.
to add to
Okay.
this,
Okay.
because this is the gift, and then the other part, and I think it's very important for your listeners to know,
Mm-hmm.
because liquid breath also knows the shift. And
Right.
the shift is a 15-minute activation practice that you can do when you have practiced the gift a few times, and you know the energy, you know the frequency, you've already practiced a little bit with me, and you know the system where I'm teaching in. Then we can do, maybe another time we can do the shift.
Mm-hmm.
And the shift is a 15-minute activation practice for yourself. So when you activate this in the morning, your shift, in 15 minutes or even only 10 minutes, then it shifts your frequency immediately to your highest, yeah, awareness, to your conscious. It's a consciousness shift. And the
Mm-hmm.
shift is for a shaking part. We start by shaking the whole body, and then we do our horse stance, intentions, freedom breathings. And then you enter the timeless states. And that's the state where, and that's also for entrepreneurs, very interesting, where
Yeah.
you feel and experience that there is more than enough time. Always.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about the gift and the shift, Roberto. And I think it's really cool to do the practice together now.
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, we are here. So for the people in the podcast or live, maybe
Mm.
Roberto, for the session on Zoom, maybe it's easy to spotlight my video so people can see me explaining some things later.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And for the people who are there, the podcast people and the people live. Um, Before we start, it's very comfortable to have yourself in a very comfortable place for, like, well, the duration of the podcast. I don't know it yet because it's where we move, but I think at least, well, let's say 45 minutes that you have just for you, that there
Mm-hmm.
is no bells ringing, no phones alive, and that you are just there with me. The first part is a standing part because we take a horse stance to really stabilize and ground ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have a place, and it can also be your bed area, so your bedroom, or a nice mattress, or I have a mat over here where you lie down very comfortably, and where you really, really, really can enjoy your soft session because the rest is lying down. So pad yourself, take your cushions, your bolster or your blankies, whatever you have, to make it as comfortable as possible, because it's a being, a feminine, a receiving practice where you want to be as comfortable as possible.
Okay.
Ah. So if you didn't take it now. I'm going to move to my mats and we're going to practice here.
See if I can. Okay.
I don't know why, Roberto, but the quality of my video is very bad now. Do you see it?
It's kind of. Go ahead and talk.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. Maybe
It's just.
blurry, huh? It's something in crazy. Sorry.
That's better
Yeah,
there.
this is better. I just opened and closed it once more. Now it's better. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, huh? Yeah, let's practice together. Super cool that you are here. And we are in this practice of liquid breath. I already explained it, so that's cool. We can get right into the practice. So be sure that you have your cushion and your blanket for the rest of the practice, because the first part, I told you, is the grounding part. So we're starting up the gifts. And to do the gift, we're going to take a session with a horse stance. So I want to invite you to take off your socks, because then we can ground very well. And for this grounding, you're going to stand up and you feel your feet, bring them a little bit wider than hip width apart. Your upper body is straight. And you just stand here. Some people like it to bring the feet more to the front. This is another experience of the horse stance, as if you're really riding a horse.
Right.
So feel what works for you. Upper body still straight, and we're starting to open up this practice. Horse stance to me is the most practical and quick way to ground on down. So we're starting to ground on down, closing your eyes. Don't move the legs. This is for everybody, also when you're not used to practice yoga or something. And then start to connect to your breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your mouth. Exhale, drop it. A deep sigh of relief. Inhale to open. Exhale, drop. As we're moving the energy, you can also use your hands to inhale, take the energy up. And exhale down. Yes, we're going to activate the breath. We're going to set our energy field. All around. I also like to do this. As you're creating yourself in a bubble of energy. A bubble of light. A bubble of protection. And a bubble of reflection. Slowly come back to your standing, no moving anymore. Feel your feet, feel the legs, upper body straight, and you relax the shoulders. Maybe you want to move them a little bit. Inhale, bringing your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, lift and let go. Inhale, lift. Holding the breath. Exhale, release and let go. Yeah, super. So we're opening our body here, grounding the body. And then you gently come out of this posture, horse stance. You bring yourself to your bed or your mattress, wherever you are. If you want to, you can start to take your socks on. And then you lie down on your back. I always love to pad my knees with a bolster or something so that your legs can really lie down very relaxed. So you lie down on your back.
You may lie down.
Yes, totally lie down. I will do it for you too for now so that you can feel the opportunity to really relax. Drop the head, drop the legs, opening up the arms. This is the moment for you to set your intention for this session. What do you want to breathe for today? Where do you want to open up more? What is it that you want to receive from liquid breath today? What is the gift, your gift from liquid breath? Could be more freedom, feeling yourself, feeling deeper confidence. Maybe you want to receive some inspiration or on something. You want to relax more. Feel what is your intention for today, and what I already said. Your intention can also be that I receive the gift, the way it shows herself to me today. And then slowly start with breath awareness. So watch your breath just the way it is right now without changing anything. And what channel is your inhale through? Are you inhaling through your nose or through the mouth? And what is the channel for your exhalation, for your exhale? Are you exhaling through your nose or through your mouth? Just observing the breath, and all is fine. Just observe if there is a pause after your inhale. And is there a pause after your exhalation? Which of the pauses lasts longer? And then just feel which breath comes easier today. All is just the moment from now. Is it your in-breath coming easier, or is it your out-breath? The in-breath for opening up and expanding. The out-breath for letting go, releasing. Just observing, nothing to change, nowhere to go. If you were an independent witness, also watch if your breath is fast or slow. All is fine. Breathing fast is just as good as breathing slowly. Just imagine that this is also what the Buddha did when he became enlightened. He was only watching his breath. And then feel in your body where your breath ends. So which part of your body is moving when you breathe? Does it end in the chest area? More in the middle? Or in the lower body space in your belly? And if it's landing in your belly, is she landing in above your navel or below? And now just bring your hands where your breath is. Both of the hands landing where the breath is now. Then you can also feel and observe if you breathe deeply or shallow. Both fine. Breathing deep or shallow, all is fine. And let's thank breath awareness, the first freedom breathing, for all the information we gathered. And let's slowly start to move our breath to circular breathing, which is nothing more in this stage of letting go of the pauses after your exhalation and your inhalation, just moving the breath in or out. So you start to release, to let go. So you start to focus on your exhale, on your out breath. And as easy as that, as your out breath ends, you open up the in breath. So you're either inhaling or exhaling. And then you start to deepen your circular breathing. Beautiful inhale, landing into the exhale, and a deep exhalation, inviting the inhalation. Where can you relax more? Opening up the breath deeper. Deeper and deeper. Where you can let go more. And keep on focusing on exhaling deeply, letting go, drop it out. But not in a doing way, just really letting go the coming home breath. All the work is done breath. There you go. Let go more, dropping deeper. And if you say it's skill from 10 to 0, you drop it from 10 to maybe 3. And when you have been dropping the breath on the exhalation, you feel your inhale coming deeper from another place. You can open up more deeply on that inhalation. Just feel it and open up more deeply every time. Beautiful, you're doing great. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, just opening up the breath for now. And see if you have that in and out breath through the mouth now. If you didn't do it yet, you're doing it now. So we start to fully open up the breath by just mouth breathing. Because simply that's a bigger hole. So you're moving more energy through the mouth, but also because that's not our natural state. So we're going to open up more deeply, opening up, moving more breath, moving more energy. You're doing a great job now. Yeah, and as if we can move together. I can see, of course, only Roberto now. And for Roberto, I want to invite you to really drop the out breath. Not a deep letting go, but really a quick letting go, maybe even. That's it, and opening up. Beautiful. That's it. Thank you for being there. Thank you for giving the opportunity to me to guide you into this breath. And for now, we're going to move into the belly space. So from circular breathing, we're moving our breath in the direction of the belly. So first of all, you're bringing your hands in the direction where your breath is moving you now. Beautiful. And slowly start to move your hands down. And you're breathing your hands with your breath. And you're moving your breath with your hands. And we're going deeper and deeper, and we're starting to move the direction of the breath in the direction of the belly. So bring your hands lower, below your navel, below the belly button, moving deeper and deeper. Yeah, maybe you can even move your hands in the direction of your sexual organs, your second chakra, your first chakra, as you know where your chakras are, these moving wheels of energy. You're opening up to this belly where you feel that you breathing your hips now. And the breath is moving your lower belly. The breath is also moving your pelvis. You really feel that this breath is moving all around. And if you want to bring your knees up because that's comfortable for you, you can maybe drop the knees together to each other. It's a tip for Roberto, so that these knees and these legs can still very relaxed. Yeah. And this is a beautiful way to really drop deeper into this belly breathing. Beautiful. And you're breathing into your sexual organ. Just imagine that you are pregnant of the new version of you, which already has implemented the intention. And in this pregnancy, you feel that you are 3 months pregnant. So this belly is opening up really big, front to back, side to side, and top to bottom. You're taking this full breath experience in the belly. Feel if you can feel that the belly is warming. The belly space is for breathing into your safety. You are fully safe now. Beautiful. It's a safety breath. Grounding yourself, feeling how safe you are, how grounded you are. And in this preview, in this sneak, beautiful session, we're moving from the belly space softly to the heart space. So if you did bring your legs up, bring them down, if possible. And bring your hands in the direction of the heart. We're going to expand the heart. You feel your hands moving. You feel the rib cage moving a little bit to the side. We're really opening the heart and we're opening the lungs. One of my deepest teachings is that the lungs are the wings of your heart. So in this heart space, we are opening up for connection. And the first connection is the connection to yourself. And you feel where you can relax more. Beautiful. This heart area opening up. Some people love it to bring the arms up, a little bit like cactus arms or above the head, to really feel opening up that heart space even deeper. And really breathe into the heart area, where you can relax more. The heart area, the lungs of the heart. Feel opening up these lungs. Feel the space of the lungs. Feel the sides opening up. And feel the love of yourself. Feel yourself opening up. You're feeling this openness of love, opening the heart area. Feeling the connection, the deepest connection to yourself. Feel in this heart space where you can relax more. As the lungs are the wings of your heart. Breathe for connection in this heart space of liquid breath. Beautiful. Feel what's happening. Feel this connection. First, a heart connection within, which is the only possibility to connect to others from the heart. You open up more on every inhalation. You let go deeper on every exhalation, feeling this heart's energy. Because there is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that sets us free. You feel this happening of the love, of the energy, of the softness of your body. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, just be you. Beautiful, beautiful breathing. In this lovely connected breath, I'm going to help you move to the head space. And for now, I hope you're warm enough. You're having your blankies, your cushion, everything soft, and otherwise you can do it sometime again. Really dive deeper and deeper each time. Another layer each time. So now we're going to move to the head space. You let go of this mouth breathing. Just ease the breath. And you can either choose a mouth or a nose breathing. It's not important anymore. Since we are moving our attention to the third eye between the eyebrows. Stop doing the breath. Just observe this part between the eyebrows, between the eyes. And imagine that you can inhale and exhale through the third eye, reaching in the middle of your head, your pineal gland, releasing so much beautiful energy and love. You know that already. And then you just let go, but you can imagine that there is a big crystal in the middle of your head. You just breathe, inhale, and feel this crystal opening up. And exhaling, release and let it go. And now you bring your attention to the top of your head, your crown chakra. And imagine that there is a volume button like on your radio on your head. You open up this button, you open up the volume for receiving through this crown chakra, as if you can open up this portal of your head, because we're going to connect to the light above us. There is a light above us, and it's like source energy, it's the sun energy. Just feel how you want to feel and experience it. And we're going to receive liquid light into our bodies. So while you are opening up, you receive liquid light from above through this crown chakra into your brain. And then you feel that this liquid light is entering your brain area. We're opening up to your know-it-all energy. It's opening up the brain part. From this part on, we're opening up our ears with this liquid light energy. We're opening up the clear hearing of ourself, hearing our inner guidance, our inner voice. Maybe you hear something right here, right now, to be guided. And then bring your liquid light into your eyes, for your clear voyance. Seeing your path clearly. Seeing yourself clearly with whatever is at this moment. And then bring this liquid light into your throat area for speaking your truth. And living from the heart, speaking yourself out. Bringing liquid light through the shoulders and the arms, through the hands. And the liquid light is coming through the shoulders into your heart. Lightening up the heart area and the lungs, since the lungs are the wings of your heart. You're lightening up these lungs, these wings, and maybe you feel that you can really expand your wings. See how big they are, maybe only the lungs, but maybe you can see that these lungs and the wings are as big as maybe your arms or maybe as the room is. Use your imagination and feel the breath moving the liquid energy through your wings. Bringing this liquid energy, this liquid breath, this liquid light through all your organs. Drink a lot the upcoming days because it's a big detox for relaxing all the organs, cleansing all the organs and feeling soft and open. And then the liquid light is coming through your hips and pelvis, through the upper legs, taking away all the tension, the physical tension in the body, taking away everything and bringing it through the lower legs, through your ankles and your feet, straight into the core of the earth, the crystal grid in the earth. And the crystal grid is this energy field where we land and where we find this beautiful big crystal, a Mother Earth energy, big crystal, the crystal grid. And here is also this beautiful energy that you can bring into your body, that you can charge your body with beautiful soft energy, manifesting miracle energy. That's helping your body to be grounded, and it's bringing the energy up into your body, through your legs, and until the heart. And these energies are merging. The energy from above and below. And they're radiating out 360 degrees, and you're feeling the light you are. You're feeling all this energy. And maybe you want to expand this light even more, not just around you, your physical, mental, emotional body, but also around this room, around your country, maybe around the continent or around the world. Just feel where this liquid light energy guides you today. And there you have arrived into your trance states. The trance states where you enter the field, where your body, mind, and spirit are one, where you are connected to your highest self, where you feel that you are all you can be, past, present, and future. You are the breath. You are love. And in this trance state, you can roll onto your favorite side very softly to bring yourself. So maybe you bring up your knees a little bit and turn to your right or to your left, to your favorite side. Pedal out a little bit. Feel. Feel your being state instead of your doing state. Liquid breath. Feminine breath. Where you arrive into your essence. The being breath. Whenever you feel ready, you can just slowly move your body.
I feel liquid. Oh God. That was wonderful.
Thank you so much for practicing with me, Roberto.
it's. I hope that all the listeners are practicing and feel like I feel right now.
Do you want to share something about how you feel?
Yeah, it's. I'm I'm just totally. Just connected to the energy, like it's hard to explain. You just have to just experience that. And and I've been breathing like every day, but you kind of brought me back home through this breath. Like I was able to move through it, and then the breath just took over, and I'm just in. I guess as I went through the shift, I'm in a trance state,
Yes.
and I experience, the getting. I mean, not the shit, but the gift. I got that gift. You gave me a gift going to the grounding, and then the intention. Wow. So the intention was love, and then you took me through all the breaths, the different stages,
Mm-hmm.
and 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 I manifested. That's what I feel. I feel like total love right now. So at the end, I shifted my whole energy level, my whole consciousness level. uh, so that was beautiful, and I don't know what to say. Except if if you didn't practice while we were doing this, I recommend like so highly to turn on the YouTube tomorrow and go through this process, because you're going to feel different at the end of it. It's probably also feel like it going through it is like I would rate this as like probably my most profound experience uh, doing it through Zoom.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Roberto. And we it was just the bold version,
Yeah,
because especially when we do it live, when we use some music,
mm-hmm.
it's wow. I'm so grateful for these words. That thank you.
You don't need music. It's
No, it's not. It's the music inside.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
don't need music, but You know that sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I do sessions also
Yeah.
like liquid breath awakenings for hours and hours, and using these breaths to, yeah, to dive and to this method to really integrate some deep stuff. I sometimes do an anger release through liquid breath, or an abundance session through liquid breath. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you can really, because this is such an high frequency state, you can really receive in the law of attraction energy everything that you want to attract in your, yeah, in your field. This is really as if, yeah, you are the field. We are the field, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know, I guess I have a little advantage because I've been breathing, so I was able to listen to you and be able to like. So for the people that are beginning, and it's you can get into this state, just it's the intention, right? And just being able to say yes. You might take a little practice, but
Yes, you can get there.
you can get there.
What I most love about it is that you don't need any experience at all. You know,
Yeah,
it's not difficult. It's just the
absolutely.
journey we take together. And every time is, of course, like all our breathwork sessions, every time it's different. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, the first liquid breath experience is always different from all the other ones, like all our
Mm-hmm.
first experiences, of course, are. But it's a healing, it's a deep healing practice. And I have a lot of people who are in pain, or who have like burnout issues. And I got someone who did a training with me, and after the first day, we came together the second day, and she said, Cora, there was a week later, a week after that, and she said, Cora, I just don't have that burnout energy in my body anymore because I just released it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that's that very difficult energy that people can experience when you are so tired and don't have any energy. And it's a deep cleansing, a deep healing practice for, well, actually, for anyone who is open to it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm so grateful that you chose to be here today in
Thank
this
you,
practice.
Roberto. I'm
And
so happy to be with the happy coach, and that you gave me the opportunity to share liquid breath. And I want to thank also all the listeners of your podcast to be there and to be present. And I hope that, yeah, you can also always do it again, or take time to do it again, and then you will also feel that it's, yeah, always different. But I just want to thank you so, so very much, and I love to be here, and enjoy your day.
yeah, we're gonna do. I'm sure we're gonna do a lot of things again.
I'd
Is there a
love
way?
to.
Is there a way that people can get a hold of you, or
Huh?
the easiest way to get a hold of you?
Who?
No, can you hear me?
I can't hear you very well. Sorry.
What's the easiest way for people to get in touch with you?
To get in touch with me, well,
Yeah,
they can most easily be on Facebook or Instagram.
yeah. Okay.
Yogatrainer, at Yogatrainer is my Instagram. You will post it, I think. And
Okay.
you can find me Cora Verkuilen, that's that difficult name, on Facebook, Cora with a C, Verkuilen. You can find me on Facebook, and I'll add you. Um, LinkedIn, everything is around, or people can send me an email message to info@yogatrainer.nl, or cora@yogatrainer.nl. All easy ways, just find the way and you'll find me, and then we'll see.
Okay. So Thank you very much.
You're all glowing.
I'm totally like stoned.
Well, stay stoned.
Thank you.